Dentists are warning about the consequences of too much sugar and poor oral hygiene, which can be linked to your overall physical and mental health. So joining us today is Dr. Maria Ryan of Colgate Palmolive Company. Thank you for joining us. This is a very interesting topic.
Thank you for inviting me to join you, Jordan.
Of course. So tell us more about this health crisis.
Well, oral disease really is a health crisis that's affecting half of the world's population. And in our country, 65 million Americans have untreated tooth decay. And cavities really is the most common disease in children. And nearly 50% of adults have some form of disease. So we can't ignore this crisis any longer.
Yeah, so what makes it an actual health crisis? Because I think most people, when they hear cavity, gum disease, oral disease, you don't necessarily think of it as a crisis. But why do you think that is so?
Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. But the data that is emerging, particularly in our adult population, if you think of periodontal disease or gum disease, there's a lot of data connecting what's happening in the mouth to what happens in the rest of the body, because it is connected. And so if you have untreated periodontal disease or gum disease, it can increase your risk for a heart attack, a stroke, for developing even diabetes, for respiratory diseases and adverse pregnancy outcomes.
Wow.
So you really need to address it. So taking care of your entire body can really start with your mouth. And it's really important to know your OQ, your oral health quotient. You need to know about these connections, what you can do to prevent oral disease, and where you can go to seek help and learn more about your oral health. And this is Dental Hygiene Month. All
right, well, let's talk about the children, right? Because everything starts at a young age. We got to get the good hygiene. How is oral health, how is that going to impact children? Obviously, if they don't have, good habits now, it's going to impact them for later. But anything else you can touch on there?
Absolutely, Jordan. Cavities really impact a child's physical and mental health, their self-esteem, and their overall well-being. And in a global study that we conducted, we found that kids feel worried, they're embarrassed, they're sad and anxious when they have poor oral health. And the same study found that kids with poor oral health miss up to 3 days of school a year and avoid a lot of their extracurricular activities like sports and social events, which really hinders their education and their social development. So put simply, a healthy mouth is essential for a child's well-being.
It's good that we talk about this now, because I remember as a kid when my mom would get on to me, I'd be like, they're just baby teeth, they're gonna go away anyway and I'll get new ones. So what is the most important thing we can do to help our kids fight this health crisis and let them know that it is serious?
Yeah, especially this time of year with Halloween and candy and all the sweets. And I used to hand out toothbrushes and toothpaste. You can imagine, I'm a dentist. So you really do need to up your oral hygiene, cut down on sweets. It's more important than ever to have toothbrushing as part of a child's morning and bedtime routine, brushing twice a day for 2 minutes. And starting early, as you mentioned, really does make a difference, because studies show that poor oral hygiene affects a child's grades, their ability to learn, as well as their social and emotional development. So by teaching kids the value of oral care and helping them to develop healthy habits at a young age, we set them up for lifelong success.
Right, that's a good point. And is there anything else we can do to take care of our oral health as well?
Yeah, I would say, there are actions you can take today to improve your oral health and improve your OQ. So brush twice a day, as I mentioned, with a fluoride-containing toothpaste. Make it fun. We have connected technologies like Hum, and they're for adults through kids. You can compete with each other in your family. We have great tasting toothpaste that Hello puts out, which include like a unicorn toothpaste that's bubblegum flavored, and Dragon Dazzle that's blueberry flavored. So you can make it fun. We also have Bright Smiles, Bright Futures. You can go online to get tons of information to download, to teach your kids more about their oral health, and parents and teachers can utilize this. And we have this online in 30 languages.
Oh, wow.
And also we're talking to primary care physicians, pediatricians, and others to talk about oral health. And you need to see the dentist, the hygienist, to make sure that you're, seeing someone at least once a year to check on your oral health, because prevention is the best way to address this. So, I really want to thank you for inviting me to be on your show. And then we have great information at Colgate.com, which is the #1 site for information in the world. And so I would just say that at Colgate, we believe that everyone deserves a future to smile about, and that includes great oral health.
Awesome. And it starts when they're young. Let's get the kids ready so that they are looking and feeling good and healthy as they continue to age. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
Of course. And if you'd like to see this segment again, just head on over to firstcoastliving.net.